Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Friday, April 15th, 2016. This is Texan TV News from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas, and I am Morgan Cavitt. Today's top stories in campus news: Tarleton State University remembered students, graduates, faculty, and staff that have died within the past year last night. The Silver Tap ceremony was held at Heritage Park, where family, friends, and students helped honor and remember over 250 people. Student volunteers and family were each given a candle and flower to hold for each person on the roll call. The ceremony included recognition of many well-known members of the Tarleton family, such as former Associate Professor of Communications Gay Wakefield and TV and movie star George Kennedy. Tarleton State University President Dominic DeTavio gave a speech about the importance of each member of the Tarleton family.
Indeed, it's one of our most meaningful and one of our most significant traditions. This evening, the lighting of candles will cross generations and is going to illuminate a legacy upon which this university stands today. The flames that we light and then extinguish tonight honor students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends who have passed away in the last year. The roll call includes members of the Tarleton faculty and staff. Along with our students, tonight we remember all of our brothers and all of our sisters in the Tarleton family. We celebrate their contributions to career and community. We thank them for their legacy of leadership and service. For many of these Tarleton members, the journey began with the lighting of thousands of candles at freshman convocation. At that ceremony, new members of the Tarleton family held a candle high and they heard this promise: your flame will burn with those of others of this great brotherhood and sisterhood until your life is finished and your Tarleton brothers and sisters lay your flame to rest. Though the flames of some of the family are extinguished this evening, the light of these men and women have shined upon their families, their communities, and their alma mater, and it will certainly burn bright in gratitude for many years to come.
After forming the Tarleton Block T, the candle holders processed to the World War II memorial, where each holder laid down their flower at the base of the memorial. Dr. DeTavio and former Tarleton Alumni Association president laid the wreath in front of the memorial, and the Tarleton ROTC performed taps. Each candle was blown out at the end of the ceremony after ceremonial final words were given. Those words state, "You are the sons and daughters of Tarleton. Your flame has burned long and well with those of this great brotherhood and sisterhood. Tonight we remember and lay your flame to rest." In regional news, the city of Stephenville has a new supervisor of parks and cemeteries. 44-year-old Jesus Coronado was named as the new supervisor yesterday. He will be in charge of 6 full-time and 7 part-time employees that maintain the city's parks and cemeteries. His job will also allow him to work with the airport, ball fields, the Senior Citizen Center, and the library. Coronado's supervisor, Jeremy Allen, says that they are very fortunate to have him working in Stephenville and that he will be a great addition to the team. Coronado was originally born in Monterrey, Mexico, and immigrated to the United States in 1984. He worked for the city of Grand Prairie for 17 years and also has worked at St. Gobain. And now today's Texas, national, and international news from the Associated Press. In Texas news, Texas teenager Ethan Couch, who used affluenza in defense for his intoxication 4-person manslaughter in June 2013, was ordered by Tarrant County Judge Wayne Salvin to serve nearly 2 years in jail. He has been ordered to spend 180 days in jail for each of the 4 counts of manslaughter. This is far more than expected, what prosecutors initially said they thought they would pursue. Couch turned 19 on Monday and also appeared in adult court for the very first time. Judge Wayne Alvin said he would not immediately rule how much longer Couch would spend in jail, but reconsidered his ruling after hearing prosecutors say that Couch should be sentenced to 180 days instead of 120 days for each of the 4 counts of manslaughter. Each 180-day term will be served consecutively. Tarrant County Sheriff D. Anderson said that he was not sure if that includes the time Mr. Couch has already spent in jail. In national news, Democratic candidates met in Brooklyn last night. Here's more from the Associated Press.
In their most contentious debate of the primary season so far, Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton squared off in a high-stakes Brooklyn showdown, just days before the crucial New York contest. The fireworks started early Thursday night, with Sanders accusing Clinton of lacking the judgment to be president.
Does Secretary Clinton have the experience and the intelligence to be a president? Of course she does. But I do question her judgment. I question a judgment which voted for the war in Iraq, the worst foreign policy blunder in the history of this country.
Senator Sanders did call me unqualified. I've been called a lot of things in my life. That was a first.
Clinton shot back, casting Sanders as a policy lightweight.
When asked about a number of foreign policy issues, he could not answer about Afghanistan, about Israel, about counterterrorism, except to say if he'd had some paper in front of him, maybe he could.
And chided him for chuckling during an exchange on gun control.
This is a serious difference between us. And what I want to start by saying, it's not a laughing matter. 90 people on average a day are killed or commit suicide or die in accidents from guns.
Sanders continued to hammer Clinton over her relationship with Wall Street.
I stood up against the behaviors of the banks when I was a senator. I called them out on their mortgage behavior.
Secretary Clinton called them out. Oh, my goodness. They must have been really crushed by this. And was that before or after you received huge sums of money by giving speaking engagements behind them?
The intensifying feud between Clinton and Sanders was on full display, the rivals often shouting at and over one another, at one point on the issue of minimum wage.
I am sure a lot of people are very surprised to learn that you supported raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour.
You know, wait a minute.
That's just not
Come
accurate.
on, I have stood on the debate stage with Senator Sanders 8 prior times.
Excuse me.
I have said the
Secretary,
exact same
Senator,
thing.
please.
If we can raise it to 15 in New York or Los Angeles
Secretary,
or
the
Seattle,
viewers,
let's do it.
If you're both screaming at each other, the viewers won't be able to hear either of you. Okay.
Thursday night's debate comes at a pivotal moment in the Democratic race. While Clinton maintains a strong delegate lead and is currently ahead in the New York polls, Sanders has won 7 of the last 8 contests. Kelly Daschle, Associated Press.
In international news, at least 16 people were killed in the last 24 hours in several parts of Yemen due to serious flooding. The floods caused the collapse of dams in Ha and Omran provinces north of the capital, causing catastrophe across the land. According to officials, rushing muddy water has cut off roads and is easily sweeping away cars and cattle. Extreme damage to property is also a concern from this inclement weather. Unusually heavy rainfall has been non-stop for the past 24 hours and has arrived at the capital, Sana'a, and the southern port of Aden. As the rainy season continues, Yemen citizens will proceed to battle the unfortunate weather conditions. Now we go to Corey Todd for the weather.
Thanks, Morgan. Today's high is 79 with a low of 55. The humidity to be about 59%, and this weekend there's a slight chance for scattered thunderstorms. Back to you, Morgan.
Thanks, Corey. Today's broadcast was produced by Cassie Stafford, Corey Todd, and Sydney Burns. You can follow us on www.texannews.net. Don't forget to tell your friends about us and become a fan of Texan TV News on Facebook. I'm Morgan Cavitt. Tune in Monday, April 18th from the latest news from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas.